Welcome back to activity two. Well, activity one, but your second activity for the day. um, Welcome to another episode of How Many Tabs Are Open on Mr. Johnson's computer? Two, four, six, seven. We've got a couple more tabs open already. All right, so go ahead and click on your Google activity. Don't forget to put them in the right shared settings. I think just it's been a while since we've thought about that, and some assignments are starting to show up back in restricted mode. So make sure that I know it's been a weird couple weeks, so we forget things. Make sure that it's on Austin Independent School District rather than restricted. All right. So what we're doing today is we're basically going to match the equation to the word problem. All right, so what we have to do first is read the word problem, and then we have to decide which one of these equations matches best. And the way that we're going to figure that out is what's our missing piece? Is our missing piece like 12 plus 64 and we are missing our total? Is it we're missing a piece, some number plus 64 equals 76? Or is it some number or 12 plus some number equals 76? So let's read the word problems and let's read them at least twice. There were 76 books. 64 were nonfiction, and the rest were fiction. All right, so we know that there's 76 books in total. We know that there's 64 nonfiction books, and the rest are fiction. It sounds like we don't know how many fiction books we have. Let's try this again. There were 76 books. 64 were nonfiction, and the rest were fiction. So total 76, 64 fiction, and an unknown value. So that sounds like 64 plus unknown value equals 76. Do we have anything down here that says 64 plus some unknown value equals 76? This one's 12 plus 64, so no. This one's 12 plus some unknown value. This one is unknown value plus 64 equals 76. So that sounds like it matches, right? There were 76 books, 64 were nonfiction, and the rest, the one we don't know, were nonfiction. Sounds like it matches. All right, so that leaves us with two left. So let's go ahead and read the word problem carefully again. We'll read it at least twice. There were 76 books in total. I added in total, but that can help you whenever you're reading things to think about what those numbers mean, because each one of those numbers definitely means something. All right, 76 books, that's our total. 12 fiction, all right, and the rest were nonfiction. So we're looking for an equation with 76 and 12 in it, because those are the parts we know. So we know there's a total of 76 and there's 12 fiction. So there should be something like 12 plus unknown value, 12 plus letter equals 76. Do we have one that says 12 plus letter equals 76? This one says 12 plus 64 equals letter. 76 equals 12 plus letter. Okay. So 12 fiction plus our unknown amount of nonfiction equals 76 books in total. Looks like a match. So let's read this one just to make sure. I know it'd be easy to just throw this one up here, but let's double check. There were 12 fiction and 64 nonfiction books on a shelf. So what part are we missing? This time we're missing the total, right? So our total is our unknown value. So they told us the number of fiction books, they told us the number of nonfiction books, and what we don't know is how many books there are in total. All right? All right, next one, next page. There's 3 pages, 2 pages of guessing the word problem, and 1 page of making a word problem. So, um, yeah, making the word problem should be fun. All right, so there were 124 bags, 76 were blue, and the rest were green. All right, read it again. There were 124 bags. It sounds like the total. 76 were blue. All right, so we know how many are blue. The rest were green. We don't know how many are green. So we have 124 in total, 76 blue. So that makes me think 76 plus some random number equals 124. Let's see if we have 76 plus letter equals 124. Oh, right there. 76. There's our blue bags. We don't know how many green bags, but in total, there's 124 bags. That matches. How about this one? There were 124 bags. Sounds like our total. 48 were green, and the rest were blue. So we know the total, and we know how many green bags we have. Now we don't know how many red or blue bags there are. So the blue bags are our unknown value. In this case, K. All right. So what we're looking for is 48 plus K equals 124. Do we have a 48 plus k equals 124? We do indeed. All right, next one. There were 76 blue and 48 red bags on a shelf. Oh, they even changed the color. All right, so 76 blue and 48 red bags on the shelf. 76 blue, 48 red. So what we don't know is the total number of bags on the shelf. So that's why our total is our unknown value on this one. All right, so there are three different problems and they match the words now. All right, so the unknown value is the part that we don't know. It could be the part, it could be the whole. In this situation, it was the whole. In these two, it was the part. All right, let's try the next one. The next one is actually writing a word problem. All right, so you have to think about this. Let's organize our data. All right, and you don't have to do this on yours, but I think it's a good idea to uh, help you if you're having trouble deciding what to do. All right, so there's a total of 320, and then what happens is we have a number minus 125. So a number minus 125 equals 320. So that is basically what I'm trying to figure out is instead of saying a number minus, let's just say x minus, or let's use theirs, y minus 125, oops, equals 320. Okay, so this is basically the same problem, right? Just we flipped which side was which. So up here it says 320 is equal to some random number minus 125. If you want to rearrange it so it looks more like a problem that ends with the total sum or total just the total on the right side. It sometimes makes it easier because when you do math, you do it from left to right usually. So you can rearrange it. Remember, if you want to put this side on the left part of the equal sign and this part on the right part of the equal sign, just move the whole thing. Make sure you flip flop the whole thing. As long as this is on one side and this is on the other, you'll be fine. So I need to make an equation. I need to like write a description for the equation above. So let's write a word problem. All right. So you can write a word problem or you can do this literally. So if I'm doing this literally, I could say a unknown number minus 125 equals 320. All right. Or if you want to make it more fun, you can say, let's say Mr. J has, let's see, has a bunch of Pokemon cards. He gives away 125 of his cards to a people. No. All right. So Mr. Johnson has a bunch of Pokemon cards. He gives away 125 of his cards to a magical gnome. Mr. J has 320 cards left. How many cards did Mr. J have originally? So there's a word problem that does the same thing, right? So I had a bunch of Pokemon cards. I don't know what the amount was. It was Y. I gave away 125 to a magical gnome. I have this many left. So how many cards did Mr. J have originally? That would be us solving for Y, right? Because if we took the amount that I had originally, took away 125 and had 320, so I could even do this problem. Okay, so it was 320 equals Y minus 125. So just remember 320 is equal to something minus 125. If you want to turn this into a fact family problem to solve it, remember that you can take it backwards, right? If this minus this equals this, then 320 plus 125 is equal to our blank. So if we rewrote that problem, it'd be like this: 320 plus 125 is equal to y. All right, I just used the blank because we already turned it into a blank. So if I add 320 and 125, you might have to do that on the side. So 0 plus 5, 2 plus 2, 3 plus 1, so equals 445. So y is equal to 445, because if I put in 445 for y, 320 is equal to 445 minus 125. That is true, because 445 minus 125 is 320. So 320 is equal to 320. That means our y right here would be 445. All right, and that's what we're solving for. So that would be how to solve that problem as well. So remember, first two pages match the equation with the word problem, and then on this last page, you can either explain what you're looking at right here, or you can write your own word problem. All right. So I think my last video we were cut off early, so I didn't get to say the normal stuff. I hope you have a wonderful day. If you have questions, ask your teachers for help. We're around. Just find us on Zoom. Yeah, y'all are working super hard. I'm really proud of how much you've had to do in these past couple of weeks. Just keep it up. You got until, let's see, March 10th to finish your assignments for this 9 weeks, and then it's on to your last 9 weeks. I think that's it. So have a good day. Like and subscribe if you feel like it, and I will see y'all later. Bye.